I have spent 20 years in two worlds most people keep completely separate. One world, newsrooms, advertising boardrooms, documentary sets, studying human beings. What moves them? What keeps them stuck? What story they're telling themselves that they can't even hear anymore. The other world, at the feet of masters, 2 decades of spiritual practice, not as a hobby, as a discipline. Advaita Vedanta, Samskrita, yogic philosophy, the ancient science of sound, nervous system, pranic healing, Reiki, hypnotherapy, and many more healing moralities regarding our supreme truth, consciousness. Most healers have one of these. I have both. And what that combination showed me clearly, repeatedly, across hundreds of people is this: you don't have a mindset problem, you have an integration problem. Here's what I also noticed, and this matters, so stay with me. The right words are everywhere now. Nervous system, somatic healing, shadow work, embodiment, everyone is using them. But a lot of it has become a template, okay, which gets decked up, which gets wrapped in beautiful words like transformation. The same guided meditation, the same worksheet for everyone in the room. It's not dishonest, it's just not complete. Because you are not a formula. And real transformation cannot be delivered like a course with a certificate at the end. I spent years studying every modality I could find: neuroscience, polyvagal theory, somatic work, hypnotherapy, Vedanta, voice alchemy, Vedas, energy healing. I trained, I practiced, I watched what worked and what did not. And I realized none of them alone were enough or absolute truth. Not because they were not good, because the human being in front of me was always more complex, more layered, more specific than any single method could hold. So I built my own. The Mayoori method is not a template, it's a framework. Because rhythm matters, because structure creates safety for the nervous system. But within that framework, what meets you is entirely and specifically you. Your patterns, your history, your body language, your nervous system's unique signature. If you're looking for someone to run you through a program, this is not for you. But if something in you already knows that what's needed is a real guide, someone who will actually see you and work from exactly where you are and what will work for you. Pick and choose for you the things that fit you uniquely. Then we might be the right match. But don't take my word for it. Let's hear it in the words of people who have experienced some transformational work for me.
Mayoori as a teacher has a lot of depth and many layers around her messages and her own level of experience and education, which shines through. So Mayoori is in the center of the teachings, but Mayoori also taps into movement, dance, music, spirituality, neuroscience, understanding the nervous system, trauma informed. So the list goes on. And I think where Mayoori stands out for me as a teacher is she has a unique ability to tap into what the other people want and be able to tailor make her messages to suit her audience, which is a real skill and really quite rare. So if you were to take a course with Mayoori or have coaching with her, I would highly recommend. She is present, engaged, and engaging, and did not skip a beat for me. She was always in the room, holding that safe space for me to be able to learn, calm my central nervous system down, and then being able to really bring all of that information on board for myself so that again I can share that with through my own teachings. So again, thank you so much, gratitude for that.
It was a beautiful experience to meet Mayoori and to meet all the beautiful goddesses and gods that she presented to me. It was actually kind of mind-blowing for me to receive so much and be part of such a beautiful experience. To be honest, I didn't have many expectations on what I should meet when I went to the retreat. I tried to be very open and just take in whatever came. And what was so wonderful was that Mayoori had the ability to guide us. So every day I was like, I wonder what's going to happen today, and maybe I'm not even able to receive anymore because it's been so mind-blowing and I have so much, there's so much energy. And then she did a song, or she did a mantra, or she did a meditation where we were lying down or sitting down or we were dancing, and it all makes sense again. So despite the fact that I, in the morning or in the afternoon after having been with her, and being like one big question mark, what am I? Then suddenly it all came together, and it ended up, the last day ended up like combining all the experiences that we had in order for me to kind of say, okay, I get it. Now I can move on. Now I can find. Now I'm ready to. I have received whatever I needed, and I have kind of put an end to it in order for me to move forward on my next part of my next pathway.
So I have just finished retreat with Mayoori, and what happened was just pure magic. We went through voice activation, mantra healing, sound healing, and what I like about all of that was that after 7-8 days, I feel completely new in my body and in my mind. I feel more space, and I feel that actually the voice can come from more deeper place. And that's something that I haven't that feeling for many years, and was not even being able to imagine. I can feel the power within me, which eventually led me to have a stronger voice, more powerful. And it was incredible when I heard myself that I am able to feel more free. How I speak, how I express myself, and how I feel at the end.
Hello. Let's start from the very beginning. The mantras with Mayoori were really very nice. Just by listening to her voice, it gave you the feeling of healing. I liked a lot how she protected, how she took care about everything, because I remember for me, well, it was like very noisy. Other part of our friends, they did breath work, and some people shouting, some people like were crying and so on. But we all were feeling us very like protected. We were in a peace, and it was very nice. We really enjoyed the lesson. I remember in the end we didn't want to go because she started to speak, to explain us which mantra, what means, what is the meaning of this, how we can be in the vibration of divine and so on. I liked it.
Tried anything. These are people who had tried everything. The difference was that this time the work actually met them where they were. And they were not completely novice either. In their own right, they're practitioners, they're coaches, they're yogic practitioners, the guides who have walked the path as well, and still we're looking for some missing pieces. A breakthrough call is where we begin. 1 hour. I look at everything, where you are, what's underneath, what's your nervous system, what is it holding, what has actually been in the way. And I map the path forward specifically for you. You walk out with 3 things: clarity on what is actually running your patterns, not the story, the route. Second, direction, a real picture of what the work looks like, what shifts first, what follows, what becomes possible, and something in your body, not just your head, that has already moved. So that's what people tell me after every first call, before the journey has even formally begun. If it's the right match, we go deeper. 8 to 10 sessions. A journey, not a program. Carved entirely around you. I work with very few people at this depth because this work asks everything of me as well. Everything I've just said has landed somewhere real in you. That's not coincidence. That's recognition. Book that breakthrough call from the link below. Let's find out what's actually possible for you.